High in the Colombian Andes nestles the country's capital city, Bogota. 8 million people live up here, 2,600 meters above sea level, and it was March 2009 when we headed here. Still considered by many to be a dangerous and violent city, Bogota has been afflicted by years of crime linked to drug trafficking and guerrilla insurgencies. However, by 2009, major steps had been taken to improve the situation, and economic growth had only recently slowed down because of the global financial climate. But Colombians are nothing if not resilient, and enjoying life is a national pastime. A game of Tejo is a great way to get together, down a few beers, and forget about your worries. The roots of the game date back to pre-Hispanic times and form part of the country's national heritage.
The game of Tejo used to be mainly recreational, a way of hanging out with friends and just having a good time. However, nowadays we're also playing it as a sport, a discipline that requires proper training, just like any other sport. You need good physical preparation, good techniques and tactics, and you need to be strong mentally. That's why Tejo has been declared a sport.
At the turn of the 21st century, Tejo was officially declared the national sport of Colombia. Hugely popular throughout the country, Tejo is contested in regional and national leagues, while regular competitions take place across several different age groups. An event like the National Junior Championship is one of the many highlights on a busy Tejo calendar. Edilberto Marinho was vice president of one of the local leagues.
We established a set of rules which were approved by the Colombian Tejo Federation and all the regional leagues. It can be played in teams as well as singles or doubles. It's pretty straightforward. Two teams compete to get 27 points, and who does so first wins.
Teams are comprised of 6 players who take turns in throwing the Tejo, a metal plate weighing about 2 kilograms. Players must try to hit the mecha with the Tejo. The mecha is a folded fluorescent piece of paper filled with gunpowder, which is placed on top of the bocine, a round metal ring. The bocine is placed in the center of a box filled with clay. Different points are awarded according to the proximity of the Tejo to the bocine when it lands in the clay. You receive maximum points when the mecha explodes. This is easier said than done. The box is 19.5 meters from the thrower, and the mecha is small.
Concentration is essential when we play Tejo because it's all about precision. When we are trying to hit the bocine or the mecha, we have to be aware of what steps to take to get the movement right. The rules require a rotation when we throw, so that's the main thing you need to concentrate on. But in Tejo, we want it to be like a craft. We want to be able to see it as an art of precision.
The birthplace of Tejo is Tormeque, a small village in the district of Boyacá, 100 kilometers from Bogotá. Around 600 years ago, the indigenous population of the area played a game called Tormeca, in which players threw a gold disc into an empty wooden cylinder. Archaeological finds have shown that the gold disc was gradually replaced with one crafted from stone, which had the same shape as today's Tejo.
Well, Tejo pretty much disappeared during the time of the conquistadores, the time when Colombia was colonized. The natives were forced into slavery and weren't allowed to play. The Catholic Church was partly responsible for the demise of Tejo. It was played as a recreational game. There wasn't much else to do for entertainment back then. The church condemned Tejo and called it the devil's game, because the indigenous people drank chicha, an alcoholic brew, when they played, And that's when Tejo got banned.
But Tejo didn't disappear altogether. Many holy days, such as Christmas, First Communions, or weddings, often end in a game of Tejo. Since the 1950s, it's also developed into a very competitive sport. 600 years since native Indians used to play tormaque, Tejo has evolved into a staple of the sporting diet of most Colombians.
Nowadays, there probably isn't a single Colombian who hasn't played Tejo at some point in their lives. As a sport, it's particularly popular amongst university students and school kids. So there are about 15,000 active players. But millions of men and women play Tejo for pleasure, up and down the country.